other people to enjoy it the way that you enjoy it, I guess.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Kevin up here in the chat, y'all. He needs some milk. Some milk. Y'all here with the good conversation. I mean, we already knew what it was like, we all be talking and stuff.
I ain't never met y'all before.
Oh.
I don't even know y'all.
I'm sorry.
I don't even know myself.
You don't know me. You don't know me.
What did you guys think of Malcolm and Ray?
Oh, we were just about to talk about that.
Traumatizing.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. You do your thing.
I was just gonna say, I think the night that I was lit, I was talking to Kevin about it on the phone, and I just remember like the cinematography was fire, the acting was great. It was like an art piece. I would admire it, but it's not like my favorite movie. I would go back and watch it again. I would like to see it as a stage play too. I think that would be a different perspective, and I think that might be they should try that too. Go ahead.
I think that you're right with the play. I do see it as being a great play. I do like the movie a lot. Again, yeah, like you said, I think you said that it was a movie you wouldn't watch again. I feel like it's a movie I'd watch once, and I thought it's great, but I wouldn't watch again because like you don't really need to. I feel like it was one and done. I feel like it was just like it was for me. I guess I don't know. I've had arguments like that, and it was just like for me watching it, you just get like not even anxiety. You just like hurry up. It was artistic in the sense of like I like the different things. Like there was I'm not gonna say it, but it being in black and white, and there being certain scenes that just were like memorable. It was something I wouldn't watch again. It was a good 8 out of 10. Maybe 7.5 out of 10. Yeah,
I fell asleep. I had to pause it. I was like, yeah, I already know I'm about to go and head in for the night, and then I had to break it up and then watch the rest of it the next day. It was one of those for me. I was like, that's something you got to watch when you like, you alert. And I was like, pause.
I liked it, but I also never been in a toxic relationship, so it was I think that also made it like more enjoyable, not less triggering.
Yeah.
But it was like
blessed.
Yeah,
you are blessed, my friend.
Yeah.
I was just like, ooh. But like the acting alone was amazing. Like
great.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. Zendaya was reading them. He was trying to read her. I feel like I was getting anxious. I was getting mad at him. I just wanted to like grab him. Some snap. Like stop. Like
If he said thank you, like this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
It's like I'm sorry. You thought this was about you. I'm sorry. You thought this was about you. Like, homie.
Even that one scene where she asked him, she said, "Can I please ask you this? And please don't make me feel bad about it. But why didn't you cast me?" And that was like I feel like that right there was like, ooh, why didn't you? And he just looked at her and he was, "You was about the craziest." And I was like, "Oh, come on, man. Damn." I was like, I'm tired of this, man. It just
and when she acted, I was like, even her acting, like she's acting was fire.
I knew she was acting it too because she pulled the knife out and I was like, oh yeah, she was showing when he missed that on, and then when she said, "Was authenticity?" Yeah, she's authenticity. Like it was just like it's there in front of your face the whole time, and he filmed it. But then the ending scene was nice too. I like the ending scene because you can kind of like make up your own interpretation of what could be out of that situation. But that's like, I feel like that's almost not like it's just toxic relationships. I feel like that's almost relationships in general sometimes. Like you have those moments where like you have a fight like that and it's okay afterwards. They sat and watched the sunset or the sunrise, and like.
Do you think they broke up? Do you think that's like the end of a relationship?
Nah, I feel like that was.
I don't see her going anywhere.
Nah, for them to fight like that and to continue like even nobody left the house. I think that's just like it may be regular, but it's something that could be, they've had some fights like that, and it's one of those things where you fight like that, and then you may or may not fight like that in the future. You may just have your, whatever. But we don't know. It's just dependent on certain things. So,
no,
I've had fights like that though. I've had fights like that a lot, and you try to like, I feel like I was like Zendaya in the movie. Sometimes, I feel like I just try to like not even fight, but then like the person brings it out of you, so then you're just like, all right, I gotta say something,
Yeah.
I gotta say something that's gonna hurt you,
That's how I get. Like, I'm like, I was always the one that was apologizing, or I don't want to make this person mad, and like, oh, let me just suck this up. Maybe I'm just tripping. Like, they make me feel like I'm not. Nobody makes you feel anything. You give them power to, but you know what I mean, like the whole gaslighting thing. And then sometimes I just like, oh no, this is not what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna do that.
While
Like
he's eating
that's
the mac and cheese.
The Kraft mac and cheese. Just ooh.
Yeah, but it was like even the breaks in between the arguments, you're like, okay, I can breathe for a little bit, but like you guys are still fighting.
Yeah. And that's just how it is. I just was watching, just reliving like certain fights I've had. And I'm just like, damn, like I remember fighting from like 9 p.m. to like 3 a.m. like that. And like shit like that is terrible. Like going through, you just like, because then you start thinking of just meanest things to say, and it's like you shouldn't really have to. You should just. My philosophy now is just shut both of us shut the hell up. Just separate, go into our own spaces for a second. Think about things. Maybe even take time to write about things you appreciate about the person, and then come back and have a conversation. But don't amplify it. And then. Yeah. But then he said, when he had that one part where he was talking about the women, he was talking about like the
bathtub heart shape.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, that walk, that was this. This person, it was this person. That style, that was this. It wasn't you. You made it about you. It was, this girl took it to the heart-shaped tub in Marriott, and then Zendaya had a perfect response. She was just like, that's the kind of person you are. That makes me feel sick. Like that heart-shaped tub. You thought that was like
right.
You thought that
was good part, the valuing mystery. Like you don't really want to know a lot of times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could agree with that. Sometimes, like if it was before me or we in a good place now, I could see that. Like, we got a better understanding of each other. Sometimes you don't need to know, because then I know myself. I just be, I think I'll be cool, and then I look at you, and then I just be like,
Yes, yeah, you don't even know, because you start thinking of
if a person start picturing.
Yeah, exactly. You start explaining so much about past, you get too detailed with things, and it's just like you look at a person, you're just like, it just kind of grosses you out. I had that like one of my relationships where a person just told me that about all the people they had, relationships with, and not even just relationships, but just whatever, boom boom room, but they got detailed with it, and I was just like,
why would you do that?
And then asked me, okay, so what about your partners? I'm like, I'm not thinking about that, but let's in this relationship now, So mystery is key.
Yeah. I just am not that person. That a deal breaker for me is cheating, and just anything you don't want me to know that you're doing, and you wouldn't want me doing. That's a deal breaker for me. I tried to do that before, and it just does not work for me. Like, I don't want to end up just resenting you every day. Like, I'm not that kind of person. But we weren't even talking about cheating. I think I just went there. Because if I would have started talking a little bit more,
yeah, I would be saying names. I would not even just saying names. I would have just been like,
tag them. I'm about to tag them. See this. I done said what I needed to say. Don't come to me later on. I want you to see it now. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that.
I think like one nice point I liked is, although you can point fingers, like it wasn't like a clear, this is a bad guy,
That's a good way of looking at it.
It wasn't like it was only he was doing wrong in the relationship or only she was doing wrong in the relationship, but you see that like both of them had faults.
I still don't like Malcom though.
Yeah, he's trash.
They both did have the faults. He talked about her cheating you know, and going to somebody else. And so that's why he says the hurtful things he says, because he's still hurt from her. She's hurt from certain things. That's why she was on, you know, she was an addict and goes and sleeps with a former boyfriend, and he finds out, but he stayed, and then but he stayed knowing repercussions of staying, that you're gonna have that trauma, and so then, you know, arguments like that happen, and you won't stop because you're just like so angry about that incident, you know, and he's the faults on both sides. So
then just leave, you know. Right. But it's hard when you have a you know, an attachment. I understand.
It's biological. It's biological. It's you need to work around somebody every day, or, you know, your next it's physically, you know, damning to yourself to, you know, not be in that relationship. So mentally too.
Malcolm and Marie, what I don't want.
Well, we all have had and probably will have. So
I hope Kevin ain't got to go through and learn from my mistakes, my choices.
Yeah, Kevin's calm, so Kevin ain't never gonna argue like that. Kevin will just be sitting there, hands crossed. Just
I feel like that helps too. Like being like very like chill and laid back is like, even if someone like starts yelling, if your energy is so low, they might get more mad that you're not reacting. But like,
that will, just don't smile too much, because you never stop smiling. So like, I know, like, even when you're sick, you're still smiling. You just sit there, just, you know, just laid smiling, but like, just don't laugh during an argument. Don't smile during an argument. That makes it 20 times worse. That don't laugh. That's what I said. Do not laugh. I made that mistake too many times. Do not laugh.
Oh, you think this is funny? Is that laugh?
Yeah. You think it's funny, and then next, you know, you get a glass of water coming at you. You got dinner coming at you.
I had to work on like detaching and like shutting down. That's my thing. Cause like I try to stop myself before I get to the point where I hurt your feelings. And my eye rolling, I need to work on that too. I don't do it all the time. I used to do it all the time, but it's gotten better. Detachment, I gotta work on that.
I had to work on de-escalating situations, because I feel like I was Malcolm at one point. So I had to work on like being able to just like really learn how to de-escalate, and learn how to also like apologize moments when you're wrong. Like it's never a bad thing to be wrong, or to like really just say it out loud, like in an argument, and you may have your reasons, but just say, you know, just apologize for it and keep moving forward. But I was always a person just like, I'm not wrong, or even if I'm wrong, I'm just like, I'm wrong, but I'm right. So I'm gonna keep arguing about it. And then
everybody always want to be right.
Can't always be right. You can be wrong. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to fail. So
you gotta learn. This was a good conversation, guys. Thank you for doing this, taking time out of your day.
Well, thank you for inviting me to this conversation. It was enjoyable. I honestly was gonna flake and not even show up.
Because you did, because I was like, all right, he hit me with that, I'll try. I was like,
and you know that never works.
He hit me with the I'll try. So I was like, ooh, I'm so excited, guys. Thank you so much. I'm writing all of this down, because I just came off of this.
You good?
He said it got him saying, mama.